Hello again, my fellow faculty. For this installment number 3 of the Canvas 101, I wanted to explore the gradebook a little further. Um, where I left last time, we looked at assignments and how to build assignments. This is one of my classes from last semester, and I wanted to show you. I do some extra credit work, and let me show you how I set those up. There's a description in here in which I tell the students how many points this particular thing is worth. If I edit this assignment, then you can see it's worth 0 points. So any points that get added in addition to this ends up being extra credit on their final grade. For this particular one, I won't go into more details here, but I wanted to share that with you. If there's a way you want to do extra credit, the other way to do it, of course, is whatever the extra credit thing is, extra credit on an exam or something where you just add a few points. Let's go back to assignments. And we talked about these groups. I tend to call them categories in case I slip, by the way, but within Canvas we call these groups. So that was one group. Here's all of my lab stuff. These are all different assignments, discussions, and so on. And just another reminder while we're here, if you use category weighting, or if you want a certain percentage to go towards each one of these, this is how you would do this. And you'd go in here and put the percentage that you want to go in for their lab stuff or for their lecture exams and so on. And just make sure it equals 100% when you get down to the bottom. Okay, so this is something that I looked at in the other video, and this is basically the assignments. Let's look and see what we see when we click on students' grades. So on this page, you've got the students' names listed over here on this side. They'll be covered up for you, of course, for FERPA reasons. And then their grades on each particular assignment as we scroll across. These ones that are appearing in blue, by the way, that means in this case the student was late. If they're red, it means it's missing, or I guess that's pink, isn't it? And then you can't excuse these types of things, and then it'll appear as that color. There's another thing that I wanted to show you. Oh, whoops. I didn't want to actually make that excused. Sorry. I'll come back and fix it later. At any rate, so the different colors mean different things. This here, these on the side, have to do with communications. Going through, again, these are just all of the assignments during the semester. We go all the way to the end. Those different categories, the lab category, and this is telling you how the student is doing in that particular category. And then you have finally their final grade at the very end of class, what their percentage is. And since I grade on straight points, the way it's calculated in my class, there's all of the possible points that the student could earn. It's a little bit over 1,000 in my classes. And what the system does is it takes the total points that the student earned, divides it by the possible points to give them their percentage. And that's basically it. I guess I'll show you one more. Let me pick somebody. And I'm clicking on a student name here, by the way. What that then brings up over here on the right is particulars on that student. And what I can do is I can click on grade, or I can click on new Linux. Let's click on grade. And what that brings up is for that particular student, all of their assignments will then be listed here. And then down at the bottom, one thing I'm noticing is when I make these names for assignments long, it's kind of making the screen look funny. Down at the bottom, you get those same categories, discussions, and how the student did in those particular categories, lab exams, and so on. And then finally, the student's final grade and the mathematics for calculating that final grade. All right, let's go back to grades one more time. There's one other thing that I wanted to show that I've found useful at times. If you go under Actions, you can export everybody's grades. So let me click on that and so you can see what it kind of looks like when it happens. That downloads everyone's grade in a CSV file, which is opened with Excel. So if you wanted to keep this as an Excel, well, let's go ahead and open it. If I click on that, what should happen is Excel opens and everybody's grades are here. Title of the particular assignment is up here. The first thing that's listed there, by the way, I think it's possible points. Yep. And then the individual students are listed down here and so on. This is telling us that this is a CSV file, and if we want to save it, I could go in here and save as, and then browse, and I can just decide where I want to save it. Right now it's in my downloads file, and then I can come up here and turn it into an Excel workbook, and that would convert it over to Excel. What you don't see here, by the way, and what it doesn't do here is do any actual calculation. I'm not sure why these are repeated, current, final, all these. Current is what is posted within Canvas that we looked at a second ago, by the way. And at the end of a course, everything should be calculated, so these two should be the same, by the way. And then their 4.0 scale grade is seen over here, and again, I'm not sure why it's repeated, but that's what's going on. But again, these are not calculated from the data that's over there. These are just hard numbers that came over with the download. If you want mathematics to be done on this, you'll have to calculate it out yourself. So to give you one example of something that I'll do, I'll find out what the average was in the course. And by the way, this last student here, that's the test student. That's me, basically. And then recall that up top here, these are possible. No, sorry, the possible points are up here where it says read only, read only, read only. One of the things that I might do is have the average calculated for the whole course, because Canvas doesn't calculate the average grade within a course for you. So there's the average grade for this particular course. Okay, I'm done here. So again, this is what you see when you click on grades. Oh, one other thing. If you've done an assignment that's on paper, this could also be the place where you come in to enter the grades. So like this labeling exercise that I did with them, if I had just posted this assignment at the beginning of the course, then all of these would be blank, and I could come in here and, for example, if I delete it, that's what you would see for everybody's grade is just a dashed line. And then if you entered a score for somebody, maybe they earned 5 out of 5 on that, so you just enter the score. So that's how this is one of the screens you can go to enter the grades. That's probably enough for the gradebook at this point. As always, if there's any questions or anything, please let me know. And if there's anything I haven't shown here, oh wait, before you go, let me go back to the start of the course and then go to assignments. I want to show you something else. I give lots of formative assessments throughout the semester, specifically in the form of quizzes of various forms. And only 10 of those quizzes, the 10 highest quizzes, go toward the student's final grade. If you come in here to where you have the actual, what do they call it in group? If I come in here to the group of quizzes, I can edit this group. So remember I said the 10 highest go towards their grade? We took 30 quizzes in this class this semester, so I had the system drop the lowest 20 of those quizzes. Just another thing that you could take advantage of with Canvas. If you give, I don't know, 4 exams during a semester or 5 exams. I guess that's the other place I could show you that I do that is on the lab exams. For the lab exams, I give 5 lab exams during the semester, and one of them gets dropped. So their lowest lab exam gets dropped, and this is where it's done. How that appears when you look at the students' grades, by the way, if I pull up grades again, let me go over to where lab exams are. Well, here's the quizzes, and these pink ones have been dropped. So obviously for this student, those zeros are gone. This higher scoring quiz of 4.5 is still there, and so on. Where are the lab exams? There we go. These are unpublished, by the way. The ones that are, well, it says in red unpublished there, but this is how you would see something if it's unpublished. You would still see it within this grade book, but again, it's unpublished, so it doesn't contribute to the students' grades or anything. The reason for this, by the way, is when COVID was happening, I was doing online lab exams with images for anatomy. Very difficult, and the students had a hard time. But at any rate, back to what I really wanted to show you. Here's lab exam 1. For this student, that was their lowest lab exam score, so it was dropped. Here's lab exam 2. It was the lowest score for this student. And the test student down here, that's me, by the way. Or you. If you actually, any quiz or anything that you've built for your class, if you go in there and take that assessment, if you do that quiz, whatever it is, then you are becoming the test student, and then you'll see test student here. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you that last thing of being able to drop however many lowest scores if you want to. And I think that's it for this video. As always, if there's any questions or concerns or ways that I can make this video better, please reach out. And thank you for watching.